What impact has that latest relief package had on the economy to this point?
I think there's been very little actual impact. If you think about it, the package got passed late in December. It got passed after, in fact, some things had lapsed, some UI programs and things like that. So the passage itself helps in the sense of expectations of income flows, so that people, can like maybe spend a little bit out of their bank account that they wouldn't have otherwise, not knowing that the checks are coming, things like that. But the big impacts haven't hit yet, and I expect the December data to be pretty soft, quite frankly. We've seen some of the high frequency data that we get, things like surveys of manufacturers, survey of the service sector, show declines in employment and hiring compared to November. And so, we're going to get a jobs report tomorrow. It's going to be a small number if it remains positive. There's a chance it could be negative. We saw the ADP employment report come in with negative 123,000 yesterday. So expect a weak December data, but I don't think that means that we're destined to continue to go down. The package as a whole is about $900 billion. That's 4% of GDP. That's a big number. If you put it out in the next 6 months, that's equivalent to spending at a rate of 8% at an annual rate, and that's just a huge cash flow into the economy. So I expect the numbers to hold up. We might have a weak December, but things will look better January, February, March. And we're really left with what can we do with the virus? And I think people have focused a lot on the checks, and certainly the debate focused on the checks. And I think the checks are the least important thing that the Congress did. As, quote, stimulus, checks have a pretty spotty track record. They didn't do a thing in 2008. They didn't do a thing in 2009. It's even harder for them to do something effective here because we have all these virus-related constraints on the economy. People can't go to work in some cases, and so stimulus isn't going to work unless there's a way to provide the services. And they're not targeted very well, right? They aren't going to the people who are actually out of work. They're just going to everybody. So I think the checks are the least important component of it. They also come with a whole bunch of administrative baggage, like can you get them to people? We're going to repeat the same problems that we had the last time we used checks. We're going to send a lot to dead people. We're going to try to send it to some people who got a refund using a debit card, and the debit card will be dead, and the Treasury just hasn't figured out a way to do this. They haven't figured out a way to go through sort of the private sector, the Intuits and H&R Blocks of the world to get money to these people. And so I discount the checks pretty highly. They can't get to the right people all the time, and they don't have a good track record. I think the UI is going to be very important. I think the Paycheck Protection Program, this round is another important piece for the small business community. And as I said, the scale of this has actually, I think, been underappreciated. We've had so many big numbers. You think, oh, what's $900 billion? That's nothing. It's a lot, and it will help considerably.